It was clearly an ordinary minor surgery, but the woman invited all her colleagues in the hospital to observe it. She didn't want to prove how excellent her surgical skills were. Instead, she wanted everyone to testify that the surgery was successfully carried out. Then she personally checked all the patient's physical indicators. She looked up at the surveillance camera and then felt relieved. As for why she was being so cautious, it turned out that in her previous life, she lost her life because of this very surgery. She was originally the chief surgeon in the cardiology department, but her husband asked her to perform this oncology surgery for him. As a result, the patient died strangely after the surgery. Coincidentally, the patient was her best friend's mother-in-law, so as soon as they met, her best friend slapped her, and also said that the woman was jealous of her. The woman was also baffled after hearing this. The surgery was clearly a success, and all the patient's physical indicators were normal. However, her husband thought that his wife was just trying to take revenge on her best friend. Otherwise, why would she perform an oncology surgery? Then he also said that the patient died because of a surgical error resulting in excessive blood loss. After hearing this, her best friend's husband lost his mind. He casually picked up a surgical knife and stabbed the woman. The woman fell to the ground without even having a chance to explain. However, she saw her husband hugging her best friend, and both of them showed rather complacent smiles. At that moment, the woman regretted it very much, but the next second, she woke up again in the department, returning to the time before this surgery. As soon as the woman came to her senses, her husband's call rang. He asked her to help with a minor surgery. Remembering what her husband had done in his previous life, the woman immediately refused, but her husband kept begging her to help. The woman had no choice but to agree. She wanted to take this opportunity to expose their true faces. To this end, she found the hospital director and made preparations in advance. Using the excuse of giving a demonstration, she asked the director to arrange for people to observe. But with such thorough preparations, there was still a problem. The next day, her best friend brought her husband to find her again. As soon as they came, they said that she had killed their mother-in-law. Then she deliberately angered her husband. After hearing this, the man immediately choked the woman's neck. At this time, her colleague quickly called the security guards, but the two of them still couldn't stop him. The woman knew very well that if things continued like this, the ending would be the same as in her previous life. So she hurriedly said that she could prove who the mastermind was. But as soon as her husband heard this, he immediately retorted, saying that the woman had done it on purpose. And her best friend beside also made trouble, telling her husband that he must avenge his mother. In the end, the man still couldn't control his emotions. He turned around and picked up the surgical knife on the plate. At the critical moment, the woman quickly pointed at her husband, saying that he was the real murderer.